how to solve any problem. Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. How's that for a hyperbolic title, right? How to solve any problem. Who's this guy think he is? Well, I don't have like a step-by-step listed in front of me. I'm really going to go off the cuff here of some of the main things that I've kind of naturally built into my lifestyle, but I notice so many people I talk to don't have some of the basic keys to solving a massive problem, especially when you're talking business. Because when it's business and you're the business owner or you're an executive, you're one of the people in charge, it's really easy to get caught up with a problem because it's your baby that's getting affected and it's your employees that are going to feel the burn if things don't go the right direction, and everything else. So what are the steps to solving any problem, especially when it comes to business? First step, guaranteed, absolute, I don't know any way around this step. At some point, earlier is better. If this can be the first thing you do, the best. First step, calm down. I know you're never supposed to tell someone that's being emotional and erratic to calm down, but I'm telling you, before it happens, you know when you need to be calm. What you have to come to grips with is that you can't do anything right when you're anxious and angry and worked up and confused in an emotional way. Nothing will turn out right. I know you have all the right intentions. I know you have the perfect excuse for getting upset, but nothing is going to work when you're in that state. So the first step you have to do is calm down. And you can't calm down by trying to force it. You can't calm down by having someone slap you around and say, calm down. It's like, I'm remembering that scene in Airplane. Have you ever seen Airplane? Airplane where the lady's freaking out and one person after another is lining up to slap her around. You got people with the boxing gloves on and stuff. It's that type of thing. It'll never work that way. What you have to do is find a corner, get away from everybody, and just wait for it to die down. And it's not going to happen on your time. It's going to happen on its time. And it's like I always picture a volcano. It's just, just getting ready to if you haven't erupted yet, it's getting ready to erupt. And the only way it's going to stop from erupting is you just sitting there and watching it and just letting it bubble, 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 simmer, simmer, simmer until it just simmer down, just gets down to nothing, right? That's what it takes. First step is you got to unplug and you got to disconnect from the emotion and you got to calm down about it. You're not going to solve anything before that step. So quit trying, quit thinking that you're going to come across something or you're going to power through it. It's not going to work. First step to overcoming any problem is to calm down. The second step is if you don't have the answer, you need to get a second perspective. Even if someone knows nothing about what it is that you're working on. This is why having a spouse or somebody at home that is open to it, that you could sit down and say, hey, I'm looking at this, and this. This is what I'm thinking so far. This is where I'm going with it. What's your take on this? Having someone like that's great. If you don't have that, it's no big deal. You can find somebody to help you with this, but just having an outside perspective, so especially someone that doesn't have an emotional stake in it. So sometimes the spouse doesn't work as far as that goes, but you got to find someone that doesn't have an emotional stake in the outcome and let them look at it with a fresh pair of eyes. And they may not know anything about it, but sometimes they'll come up with the best questions. I've gotten through so many situations, gotten around so many situations by taking it to someone that doesn't even have, as long as they don't have any stake in it, and as long as they don't have any preconceived notions about what it is that you're talking about, it's great to take it to someone that has no idea what it is. Because even if they don't say the right thing, it gives you a chance to see it through someone else's eyes. and think about it just slightly different. And just that slight little tweak in perspective can sometimes make a huge difference and allow you to come to the right conclusion. And that's really the main thing. You have to be in touch with your intuition. You have to be in touch with that part of you that comes up with the brilliance, because it ain't you. There's something else in function there, and you can say it's your subconscious, or you could say it's the heavens, or you could say whatever. I don't care what it is, but it's not you. And you can't will those things into existence. Otherwise, the richest people in the world would be coming up with brilliance over and over and over again. But they don't. Most of the people that we've considered that have been really consistent at coming up with new things because they built systems to be able to tap that energy in other people. Whether you're talking Einstein, excuse me, I'm not talking Einstein. I'm talking, that's a whole different topic. But if you're talking Edison, is who I was thinking of, Thomas Edison. You're talking Walt Disney. These are people that are curators of brilliant thoughts. And they've been able to take that concept and been able to systemize it so that they keep finding new people that have those thoughts. And then they put it out through their system. They market it, do whatever else to be able to make it happen. But those brilliant ideas weren't just from them. They just started the process and helped get the brilliance from other people. So getting really good at that, though, really comes down to a third point, and this may be a second point. Like I said, these are all out of order. But there's really a third point that I wanted to bring out, and that's you have to define what it is you're trying to get around. So, number one, what's the ideal scenario of things being right? And what is the actual problem? What is the problem? And when the problem's fixed, what's it going to look like? What are going to be the metrics that makes things right? How do you know that you're going to be at the spot that you know you need to be in? What's that look like? Is it a number? Is it a measurement of time or space? These are all things you got to consider when you're trying to overcome a problem. It all starts with being calm, and then taking other people's perspective, getting out of your own way, but knowing where the finish line is, so that you can get over your problem, because it may not be a problem. It may not be as big a problem as you think. Once you calm down, a lot of those problems, they fix themselves. Sometimes it takes going and focusing on something else first, and then coming back to it and going, oh, wait a second, that's really not that big a deal. That'll take care of itself, and it does. What most of the problems do. Hopefully that's helpful to you. It's just a little bit of drift from the inside of this clogged up brain. So I got a whole bunch more where that came from, and stuff that will hopefully be helpful to you and your business in way far into the future. Go check out my book, 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business. If you really want to step back and build some strategies that will fix the problems before they ever show up, you want to check out this book. 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business. You get a free copy at amazonproofbook.com. We'll be back here tomorrow night. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.